right, so let's talk about the Denver Broncos here. They made a lot of big moves early in the offseason, obviously trading for Russell Wilson. They're ready to make a Super Bowl run, no doubt about it. But one of their Broncos who missed out last season due to injuries came out with some big statements. And Miles, I know you have the story about that. Before we get into that, Broncos fans, comment below. Who is your favorite Broncos pass rusher of all time? I mean, there's a lot of great ones. You go back to the 1970s with the Orange Crush. You got DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, a lot of great guys. Let us know in the comments below who you like. But Miles, what's the latest out of Denver?
Yeah, Nick, I think I'm partial to Elvis Dumervil just because of the transition over to Baltimore for him. But like you said, they've had a lot of great pass rushers. And one pass rusher who's very disappointed in last season was none other than Bradley Chubb. Having to get 2 surgeries last season on his ankles really set him back. Obviously, knocked him out in week 2. He returned week 8, but never really returned to form, putting up a 0 in the sack department last year, something that isn't very heard of for a guy like Chubb, who seemed to be a pretty good player by all accounts. But with the addition of Randy Gregory onto this Broncos team, Chubb says that he feels like that they have a chance to come back and be special, almost to be like the old pass rushing units in Denver that they have had. I'm specifically thinking about to the Von Miller, Elvis Dumervil days, the Super Bowl days. This is what this pass rushing unit reminds me of. If it can return to form, it's gonna be something special.
Yeah, you talked about special in the Super Bowl, and right now, according to Yahoo Sports, the Denver Broncos actually a very popular bet to make a run and win it all in the Super Bowl this season. So, to Bradley Chubb seems to be maybe onto something there, what the Broncos could do. But you and I both know, as good as their pass rush it is, in that division, it comes down to quarterback play. It is an absolutely arms race with an elite level offensive talent and quarterbacks all across the board. But we've talked about Justin Herbert. We talked about Pat Mahomes. We talked about Derek Carr. I think we can all agree Russell Wilson's being slept on a little bit here. And so let's look at the numbers. Let's crunch the numbers and compare Russell Wilson to the 3 quarterbacks in his division, but not Russell Wilson against one of them. How about we're going to combine all 3 quarterbacks and look at some categories here? I mean, look at all these. We go Pro Bowls, winning seasons, and playoff wins. Russell Wilson has 9 Pro Bowls, 9 winning seasons, and 9 playoff wins. You look at the rest of the division combined, 8 playoff wins, 7 winning seasons, and 8 Pro Bowls. So Pat Mahomes, Derek Carr, and Justin Herbert combined fall short of Russell Wilson by himself. I mean, this is just a sign. We all knew Russell Wilson was great. He's won a Super Bowl, had a very, successful time in Seattle. And, everyone's thinking he'll have a successful time with the Denver Broncos. But I think a lot of people have forgotten how good he is and how dominant of a player he was, maybe because he was playing in the upper Northwest and just wasn't on TV as a lot of people on the East Coast. But I think the Denver Broncos may surprise people a little bit more than they thought when you look at, that division.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And I have a feeling there's a trend. 2 years ago, Tampa Bay signs a new veteran quarterback in Tom Brady, goes on to win the Super Bowl. Last year, the Rams sign a new veteran quarterback and Matt Stafford, go on to win the Super Bowl. This year, the Broncos sign Russell Wilson, a new veteran quarterback, to the team. Maybe they go on to win the Super Bowl. I like you said, they're a betting favorite. I wouldn't count that out by any means, but I agree with you. People sleep on Russell Wilson. And even I do at times. There's times where I've said, I don't know if, Russell Wilson's in my top 5 quarterbacks in the league. This was like over a year or so ago. But he definitely is. He definitely is a really talented quarterback. He's had a couple of bad years with bad teams in Seattle. But you look at these other guys. These are all guys, like you said, they've built complete armories on these teams. And these guys have all the weapons. But still, got to look at the weapon behind the ball. And as the numbers show, Russell Wilson has more accolades than all 3 quarterbacks in the AFC West combined. So,
and he's played in a tough division, right? The NFC West with the Rams, the 49ers, and the Cardinals has been brutal, just like the AFC West is going to be. So unlike Justin Herbert, who's young, unlike Derek Carr, who's not as much experience in terms of, playoff expectations and things like that. Obviously, Pat Mahomes is a little different. Russell Wilson has the experience and has, a decade or so of tough, division battles and playoff experience to rely on and kind of lead and carry that team. Right. I think it seems to be something that he's well equipped to do. Very, very similar, by the way, to what Peyton Manning did when he came over to the Denver Broncos after leaving the Indianapolis Colts. So I kind of like you made the allusion to Matt Stafford. I see some parallels there as well.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.